Hello. I tried to connect and then my phone said it was disconnected. So hopefully we are connected now and I'm not having internet issues. This hasn't happened in a really long time. Anyways, welcome. Happy Wednesday. This is Stamping A to Z, my weekly live. I'm Linda Gibbs. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Canada. My live is all about inspiration and hopefully giving you new ideas on using current supplies that you have, just getting crafting, pulling out your stuff and playing. For me, that is like the best thing to do if I'm having a bad day or just, I don't know. I'm always excited to get down here to just kind of figure out something new. I always like new. That must be something. I'm like that with food too. I don't get it. Anyways, back to crafting. Today we're going to be, so we have a couple new online exclusives that are going to be released in November for customers. They have been released for pre-order for demonstrators this month. So you get a sneak peek as to what those are. And the reason I thought I would do a sneak peek is because we have that great promotion on right now for our starter kit. So if you're interested in getting the starter kit, you can include these items in your starter kit because you will then be able to access things that all of us demonstrators get to access. So that is the 35 and 35. So either the deal is you can get 35% off the starter kit cost. The starter kit cost is regular $135. So you can take 35% off, pay $87 something, and you still get $165 worth of product. Or you can get 35% more product. So you would still pay the $135 and then you would get to choose 220, I think. I'm probably lying. Hang on. Let me double check. I don't want to lie to you. Yeah, $222.75 worth of product. So both of them are really great deals, just depending on what your wish list is like and what your budget is like. If you're watching, say hi. Let me know you're there watching, where you're watching from. I love to hear from you, even if you're watching the replay. If you're watching on YouTube, hello, leave me a comment. I do check if there's comments there. Let me know if you enjoy these, if you have any questions. I'd love to hear from you. All right, I think that is all I have for FaceTime. I'm going to flip you around and we're going to get started. I don't think I got around to telling you what I was doing today other than giving you a sneak peek. So the last two episodes, I did a coloring hack and I did some dye stuff last week. And so it's kind of a combination of those two with a twist. So let's get started and you can see what I'm talking about. We'll get you turned around, hopefully without getting you too dizzy here. I'll try and pull it up, make sure we're running. And why is the volume? I thought I had turned it down. All right. Okay, it's looking good. Last week, I did it again. I had said I was going to use my computer this week instead of my iPad. So it's having issues with it freezing up last week, and my computer is still not down here. All right, well, we're going to try this again. Hopefully it works. Okay, first card. Well, so if you're ordering anything under $200, not including the starter kit, you can use the host code. If you're over $200, don't use the host code because you get the host rewards for that. So you'll get extra freebies. So just you're aware of that. The store can be found here. You can find everything, the online exclusives, anything in the catalog, if you're ever looking. All right, so my first card involves this beautiful new, I guess it's almost a suite of items. It's called this one's called, I thought, oh, Meandering Meadows is I think the suite is called Meandering Meadows, but then it's Garden Meadows for that. That's why I was all confused. Okay, so there's these beautiful hand-painted scenes. And as usual, you've got I don't know how many of each, probably about 6. 1, 2, maybe 4. 4. But I think I used, oh, not this one. So 4 of each scene, and you've got all these beautiful sceneries. And then the back sides, there's a bit of busyness, but there's also just kind of your usual, more subdued kind of painted papers, which you can use for anything. So, I mean, I love these kind of papers because you can use them, for scrapbooking, you can use them for card making. I will show you today. So the card I'm making with this today, I'm just using, well, I'm using these beautiful embellishments, but I'm not using the actual stamp set or dies. Isn't that amazing? Because you can just make really quick, easy, I actually might do a whole thing on this if you guys are interested next week. Or maybe I'll wait till November when it's released. But you can easily make so many cards just with this and a few colored pieces of cardstock that match and some sentiments. You don't even need all of this. This is just like extra. It's like the cherry on top. So you've got the papers, you've got these beautiful embellishments. There's 2 birds. I don't know if you can see that. There's the 2 birds and then some dragonflies. And there's this pecan pie, and it's ivory, or vanilla. What am I saying? Vanilla ribbon, but I can't think if it's linen. I can't remember. And then you've got the bundle. So you can buy it in pieces and parts or all together. Like I said, right now it's only available for demonstrators. You can put it in your order for the starter kit though. I think for all the pieces it's 100, 102, 112. I feel like there was a 2 in there. I should have written it down. All right, so that is what we're starting with. So I've got a piece of the 6x6 paper, which I cut down to 4 by 5 1/4. So I cut off, oh, there we go. Hi, Linda. So were you not able to comment before? That is strange. Okay. Well, hopefully you can comment now, so that's good. And then I've got just a piece of Blueberry Bushel, which is one of the colors. So if you're ever wondering what colors to put with your designer series paper, you can go on the back of the designer series paper and it tells you all the colors. Oh, you had to start over. Okay, well, I'm glad it's working now. So there's Balmy Blue, which you could use, Blueberry Bushel, Basic Blood. So it tells you all the colors that kind of go. I mean, there's probably more than what they list, but it gives you a basic idea of things you can use. So I always find it helpful. I'm usually pretty good at thinking I know what they've used, but you know, it saves me time and I double check whatever. It's nice to always know for sure. So as you can see, this alone makes pretty much a beautiful card. Oh, it looks like I have frozen again, but it doesn't look frozen in my phone. Oh, I don't know why my iPad does this. Hopefully the comments still seem to be coming in though. So even though I'm frozen and don't know what you're seeing, let me know if I go off screen because I can't see what I'm doing right now. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to add a sentiment to this because this is so beautiful. But I'm going to do something a little bit different with my sentiment. in that I'm going to use, if I can find them, these wanted to say dies. So these are the word sentiments where there's a background and the cutout. That's the kind of sentiment you want to have. And then I'm going to take a pencil and a ruler, and I'm just going to make a line. Can't remember. At 1 inch. So I want to go, actually I can go this way. Grid paper is great for doing these things. Okay, and then we're just going to draw a light pencil line at 1 inch. Hopefully you can see that. And then I'm going to take the matching background die to the Feel Better Soon, which I have pre-run through. So I've already got this run through, and because it's so narrow, I always like to use the adhesive sheets so it's easier to stick down. And then we're gonna take our Big Boss here, bring that into the picture. All right, and then we want to be able to put, we're gonna cut part of the die. So we don't want the whole thing to get cut out. We only want part of it to get cut out. So I'm going to put it about, it's not quite halfway. I have a bit more hanging over, but it just totally depends on your look. Now, I'm going to slide this through, and I'm going to bring it so that my plate lines up with my pencil line here, like so. And then I'm just gonna start running. If you prefer to tape it down so it stays in place, you can always do that. But this way, it's only going to cut where the top plate was. So when I pull this off, you can see it's cut to the line, not any further. That the pretty picture. You mean this one? This is actually just designer series paper. I did absolutely nothing. So that's what I was saying. This paper is like, I think I might do it. I'm gonna do a set of cards. I'll show you how you can make amazing cards with just designer series paper and some cardstock. But right now I'm just adding the sentiment. So that's all we're doing to this card, because this designer series paper is so pretty on its own. So now that I have this, I'm just going to take my scissors. If you really want a super straight line, you could use your cutter. I'm not going to fuss that much about it. And then I'm going to come in behind here and just cut where my line is so that it's all cut. And then again up here, I'm going to come in like so. I'm going to cut to the there, and turn it around, and then we're going to cut down this line again. And if it's not quite cut all the way, you can just snip it off. Okay, then you can see we have two more. So what I did, I'm just going to pull it back to make it easier. I'm just going to poke that one. And then again, I'm going to come in with my trusty snips here. I'm going to cut that off. And we're going to cut that one off. Okay, so now you can see that you've got the outline of the words cut out. And then we're going to take, before I stick these ones down, I'm just going to erase the pencil line because nobody needs to see it would pretty much be hidden, but you know, you don't need that when you go through the work of putting it on there. So then we're going to pull off our sentiment here, which has decided it wants to stay stuck. And we're going to peel off the adhesive back. And all the little pieces came out, so that makes it easy. And then, oh, I hate not being able to see the video. I don't know what I'm showing. And then I'm just going to stick it down like so. So now you've got the Feel Better Soon, like that. And all I have to do is put it onto here and then put it onto here. You can pop it up if you want, or you can stick it flat. I think I prefer flat, at least for now. I don't know. Maybe I'll stick it up. But here's the finished card. So I've just added those little embellishments that are in that same suite with the, I did one of each. I put my dragonfly in the meadow. So this is one of the other designer series paper. So you can see it works, you know, and if you had one of the lighter ones, you could do it in a pink or a purple or whatever colors you like, if you want it more feminine, masculine. So anyways, that is the first card. Isn't that like, that's hardly any steps. There's zero stamping, a little bit of adhesive and a bit of cutting out, and voila. Right? Isn't that cool? I thought that was so cool. All right, so that was my die cutting. I know, Linda, you had asked last week about how to shorten things and change things. So that's another thing you can do with using partial die cuts. So the more you see it, hopefully you've been playing with it and to use it yourself. All right, next will be, I'm going to use the other bundle that was released. 1 second here. We'll move this out of the way, and then I put it the wrong way. All right, so, sorry, I had this under the wrong set. This is the other bundle that's been released. It's called The Fluffiest Friends, and they are adorable. This cute little, I mean, they're all adorable. You've got the little nest for your bird. You've got the beaver. You've got, and notice the beaver has a heart, so perfect for Valentine's. You've got the cupcake with the bunny, a flower pot with the cat, and I think this is supposed to be a hamster, maybe? I'm not sure. Anyways, the balloon, the honey pot, they're so cute. And then you've got all the dies that can cut each one of these out. You can cut the nest. It's got some leaves, a branch, some grass, and some extra balloons, and even a beehive with also the, I don't know if it's a den or like a hive. I've kind of used it as a den, but I shouldn't say that yet because that's the next card. So I've used this for my next 2 cards. Okay, so that's the bundle. To begin with, I'm going to, if I can find my piece of paper here, I gotta not, I don't want to show you any sneak peeks. These are sneak peeks, but okay, so pretend he's not cut out. This is the magic of television tricks here. So I have pre-stamped our little cat from the Fluffiest Friends. So they are, just so you can see since I'm not stamping it, it is a cling stamp. And I've got my little cat. And so here's my, this week's coloring hack. I've got my watercolor crayons, and this is just regular Whisper White. So I'm not going to be watercoloring with my watercolor crayons. You will see what I'm going to do. I'm going to take some gray. Oh, these need sharpening. I don't have a sharpener handy, so we're just going to make do with what I've got here. Okay, and I'm just going to color where there's kind of the darker lines. That's the one thing I like about the Stampin' Up! Stamps. A lot of the times they kind of lead your coloring. They show you kind of where the shadowing is. It probably, I don't know how realistic it is, but it works. So that's kind of what I follow. So I've got the gray there. I think I'm gonna put a bit of gray on her paws. I don't know, whatever you want her to be. And then I was hoping for Pool Party, but I don't have, so note. I am using the old set. I thought I had gotten it, but apparently I didn't. So they have changed the crayons. So if you got your crayons, I don't know if it's, well, this year for sure. So they switched the assortment 1, I think, because of all the new colors. So there's still quite a few of the same, but now there's Pecan Pie and some other ones. But so I have this assortment 2 mixed in there, but the assortment 1, some of my colors are different. So if I'm using something that's not in there, that's why it's different, because mine is old. So if you have the old one, old assortment 1, you'll know. So I'm just going to color it lightly, but I'm doing very minimal coloring. That's not what I'm looking for. I need some Melon Mambo here. And color my flower. And I need a yellow. And there's Granny Apple Green for the leaf, and then we need a black for the nose. And I think that's all I need. Now, instead of just leaving it like this, I still want it to look watercolored, but I don't want to use water. So, hello, Yolande. Thank you. I don't do a lot with cats, right? But I do have friends that are cat lovers, so, you know, it's good to have cats. I realized, because I have few people who are really loving cats, and it's like, oh, I never buy the cat sets. So it's nice, because this one had the bear and other stuff that I like. And then this cat's super cute too, gotta say. See, I'm just using the Wink of Stella. So I'm adding some glitter, but because it's wet, like it has, I think it has alcohol in it, it picks up the color. So you can see I can kind of drag it out a little bit and bring the gray into the cat a little bit. And so it just spreads out that coloring and makes it look a little bit watercolored without adding all that water. Now, before I switch colors, I'm going to just the gray doesn't really show as much, but I'll show you with the blue. See, you can wipe it off if you don't want it as dark, but it does really pick up the color. So it's almost like having an alcohol-based aqua painter and the sparkle at the same time. So I'm going to get rid of that green before I go to the pink. And then I'll get rid of the pink before I go to the yellow. And I can probably go straight to the nose because it's black. There we go. All right. So our little cat is all colored up. Here, I'll bring it closer to the camera so you can see. So it looks either, you can probably, I don't know if you can see that sparkle, but it's got the sparkle. and it looks like it's been either blender brushed or something, right? Like it's not just, and it's a quick coloring. You're not coloring the whole thing. And I'll show you, even if you are coloring the whole thing, it's still quite a bit quicker. So we've got our cute little cat here. And then we're going to do another sentiment where we are cutting out part of it again. So let me set aside my cat. Knowing me, I'm going to lose him, but you know, c'est la vie. So then I've got a piece of basic white, and once again, I'm going to take my ruler, and I want it at an angle. So I'm just going to draw a line. Now I know I'm going to put my cat on this bottom part, and I'm going to be using, if I can find it, the For You background for this. So the For You comes from the Love For You dies. Now this one is different than the last one in that it has a 3 outline possibility. So it's got the For You, like the small writing, and then it's got this background, and then it's got the big bubble background. So you could, I don't think I realized it did when I first cut this out, but anyways, I ended up, so I had done the big one, and then I ended up doing this smaller one before putting the writing in. So I'm going to do it the same again so you can see how it was done. It ended up looking kind of cool. So like I said, I want to be able to have my cat here, and I need enough room for my words. So I'll go about there. And again, I'm just going to put a light pencil line across like so. And then I'm going to pull out my big boss. Okay, so again, I want to put the plate so that it cuts out only on the top. And I want to be able to put the plate, because it runs side to side, I need to have this be kind of straight. So my paper is going to be crooked, but the plate will be straight. And then this is going to be crooked, but I'm going to kind of set it so that it's, whoopsie, I'm doing it backwards. I need it this way because that's the top. And then I'm going to use some washi tape to hold it down, because I'm going to put the 2 at the same time. If you do one at a time, it's probably easier. I'm just saving time here. Okay, so we've got 1, and then I'm going to try and center that one, and then we'll just hook it down. And then I'm going to find my plate, my top plate, and I'm going to slide it again so that it comes forward until I'm lined up with my pencil line. And then I can run it through. Okay. Oh. Am I frozen, you guys? It looks like it's not frozen. Oh, okay. Let me know if anyone else is frozen or if it's just on Linda's end. Hopefully. I don't want it to be on your end, but I also don't want it to be on my end. Oh, not now. Okay. Good. Hopefully I wasn't frozen for long. Okay, so now that I've got that cut, I don't have to be too careful on this because I'm not going to use that part of it. So once again, I'm going to come in and I'm going to cut this. I'm only cutting to here. I'm not cutting these parts out, and you will see why if you haven't already figured that out. So this is just kind of an additional look. It's not really, I don't know how to say it. I'll show you. I'll show it instead of talking about it. Okay, so there's my edge. Then I've got the For You pre-cut. We ran this through and magic and television, ta-da! So we've got the U and the 4. And again, I had the adhesive sheet on here. And try to peel it. Okay, and then this goes in the U spot. Oh, no, don't put it down yet. I forgot. 1 second. I forgot. I need to just add a little color before I do that. So I'm going to take my blender brush and some balmy blue. Ooh, that was close. Almost messed that up. Okay, so we've got some blue, and because I need a blue sky. And I almost forgot. And then I also find by blender brushing here, it accentuates that cut that I've done, which kind of cool. So that's just why I did the double cut, because then it just adds a little bit of a look. You could do just the smaller cut, or you could do just the bigger cut. I think just the bigger cut, it would lose that same kind of effect. So I would probably do the smaller of the two if you were using these, if you're only doing one. If you're doing both, well, you know how to do that now. Okay, so then now I can put that down. And there. Okay, so we've got the For You, and then we're going to add some cute little flowers. These are from the same stamp set, the fluffiest Friends. You're going to color them the same way as the cat. We've got some for the cat, got some grass. Okay, and I will show you the finished one, since the whole point is to show you the coloring and the cutting of the For You. So here's my finished card. I bumped up the cat with some dimensionals. Adhesive foam, same thing. I cut this out with the scalloped, what are they called? Scallop Contours dies. So I attached this piece to a piece of Melon Mambo. I first ran that through the embossing folder, which is from the Basics embossing folders. These are, I think these were online exclusives. I don't think they're in the, I can't remember. I think they're online exclusives. Let me know if you know. And then, so then I cut them out together once they were glued together. I cut them with the scallop dies. Then I added, I was looking for a color to put behind, and I was playing around, and I already had this one cut, and it just kind of worked perfectly. But this is the Radiating Stitches dies. This one for sure is an online exclusive die, so that's this big one, and I just put it behind. That's the Bubble Bath cardstock, and then some more Melon Mambo. But isn't that cute? So cute. Okay, so one of you cat lovers, I might send you this card. online exclusives. Okay, perfect. All right, so that's that card. Now we will move on. Can you guess which I'm doing next? I kind of hinted at it. I let the cat out of the bag, so to speak, earlier. I don't know if you caught on or not. The sound just cut out. Oh, what is going on today? Okay, let me know if you can you hear me now? Bueller? Bueller? There's always a delay too, so I have to wait to see. Good here. Okay, well, I don't know what's going on. Facebook is a wonky thing. You've got, I think sometimes they just like fool with you to let you know that you really don't have any say into anything. They're just like, we're in control. You're at our mercy, I think is their thing. Okay, sorry, I gotta get all my stuff. All my pieces and parts. Okay, we're playing with Mr. Bear. My cute little bear. So once again, I've pre-stamped, pre-cut, so you don't have to sit there waiting for that part. I'm going to take, so unfortunately, because I don't have the new watercolor crayons, or pencil crayons, I don't have the pecan pie, so I have to use no sound. Okay, Yolande, maybe you have, try, yeah. I guess you can't hear me, so me telling you to restart isn't going to help. You guys can write, the ones who can hear me, write in the comments that, well, she probably saw that you guys can all hear. So anyways, I think pecan pie would be better, but we're going to use early espresso. I'll just be a little bit lighter. Oh, Marilyn, thanks. Okay. And once again, I'm just going to follow kind of the pattern that my stamp gives me, because you know I'm so creative. I would love to take an art class. I did take art back in grade 9. That was a long time ago. And I remember shadowing was never I didn't take any in grade 7 or I found I was behind because we moved back to Edmonton from Montreal and I was limited on which options I could take. So I was kind of forced to take art. I mean, I like art, but I never considered myself good at it. So it was tough, but I do remember that shadowing was never my thing. So I would like to learn that, I think. And then I'm just going in lightly coloring so you can see how fast it is, and I'm not doing any kind of, I'm not worrying about where, just kind of all over it. Then I wanted his nose to be a bit different. So I ended up I used crushed curry last time, but it was a little honeyish. So maybe I'll use Cajun Craze and then it'll be less honey-like. Okay, and then I want his ears to have some pink, which I think I forgot to do on my cat, but that's okay. And then I'm going to do the blue again for my pot here. Just really light and then just darker in a couple spots. And then we need the honey. Oh, and I need to make, I'm going to do his paws. Need the yellow honey. And then I'm going to do his like so. Okay, so super fast, nothing detailed. Then you bring out your Wink of Stella and off you go. And just start coloring, and you're gonna have this like pretty colored super shiny bear. Just remember, don't mix your colors because they will mix. As much as it looks white, like it's crazy, like see how much color it picks up? So you just don't want to, like I don't want to color into the blue right now. So you do have to be a little bit careful. But not crazy careful. This is one sparkly happening bear. Okay, I'm going to take his little pink ears and then his nose. His little paws. Oops, looks like I forgot to do his, I forgot his one leg. There we go. Okay, then we need the blue pot. So everything on him is going to be shiny. So if you don't want everything shiny, Wink of Stella might not be the one you want to use, but no, I think it's kind of cute. There. Okay, our bear, not as fast coloring as last week. Oh, you're, I love it when your headphones just connect to other things arbitrarily. Yeah, so I don't know if you can see that. He's nice and sparkly and all colored. And then we're gonna take, so I have pre-cut, and once again, I did a partial cut. So I took the dies from the Fluffiest Friends, and this is, so I ran it through with my plate across so that it didn't cut the bottom off. And I did that on purpose because, let's get these out of the way. I gotta pull out my big shot again. Let's not lose our bear. Okay, so I've got my partial cut den or hive or however you want to use it. And then I've got to take my, so I'm using these, the say, I never wanted to say dies. I'm using the Congrats because this is going to be a baby card. And once again, I want to cut only half of it. Now you can put a line through with your pencil, but there's kind of a mark there. You probably can't see it in the video, but there's a line from where I cut it before. So you have to make sure your plate is far enough out that you can slide your other end through, right? And then you're gonna cut to halfway. And then we're gonna run this through like so. And then your cuts will take away your little piece. Now you do have this extra, but it's kind of like before with the other one. It's just kind of an extra look. If you don't like it, you could cut that like we did with the first one just depends what look you prefer. I kind of prefer it solid. So then I took the, what was this, copper, that I had used last week, I think. And so I have the Celebrate. So again, I've got it on an adhesive sheet because I hate getting my hands all full of glue. I just find I always mess up my projects. So I prefer to use, what about you guys? Do you prefer to use glue or do you prefer to use the adhesive sheets? Okay, and then I'm just gonna put this down like so. So once again, you've got kind of your words going into your little bear den. Then we've got our Whisper White that's gonna go in the background. And I've got this, so this has the cutest little bees. So then you're gonna wanna stamp some bees. You say glue is being lazy. I think glue is being like, to me, I see that as work. Because you have to be so much more careful. I mean, I guess it's work to put the sheet on to begin with, but okay, so we've got some bees. I'm leaving a spot here on purpose because I've got the cute little beehive and a branch to hang off like so. And then I don't know if you can see, there is a little circle there. So I did color my other one black so that it shows more. And then you've got the grass. And you've got leaves. Because, you know, you need everything. So you can see these ones are definitely more more cutouts and stuff than the other set where I just used the designer series paper. Easy peasy. It just depends on your mood. What kind of crafting you're in the mood for. More intricate or less. And then you can just slide your bear in there. I'll show you the finished. And I forgot to stamp. So you could celebrate anything, and a great stamp set to use with that is the Sentimental Park. So you could put celebrate your graduation, your anniversary, if you just used your birthday kind of thing, your new adventure. So here I just have your new baby, and I stamped it with black. I won't bore you with that. You know how to stamp. And voila. You can see, well, actually this, I did get some of the blue onto the brown, but I also had a big glob of the Wink Estella come out. And when it does, it's like, I don't know if you can see it, it's like super gold. So it actually changed the color there. And I should have been faster, and you could just dab it with a Kleenex or something, but I didn't. So anyways, he's got a bit of a funny colored chest, but that's okay. And the pot is the wrong color because I hadn't decided on my colors when I colored him. I might have to redo my bear. I don't know. But you can see he's just covered in honey. Yeah, maybe I should just like color him a little bit with some yellow. Anyways, those are my 3 cards. So you've got some new coloring ideas. You've got some new sentiment ideas to change up your, you know, you're not just cutting out the words, you're using them in a new way. It's always fun to come up with new ways to use your products, right? I can't find my first card. Where'd he go? How do I do this? Where did it go? Where, oh where has my little card gone? I really don't see it. That's crazy. Like, it can't be too far. I feel better. And there should be 2 of them. It's probably under the, it's gotta be with, it's not even with the Meandering Meadows dies. That is very strange. Well, I'm sorry. Hopefully you already got a picture of it. I really don't know what I did with it. Like, it has completely, both of them, they've both completely disappeared. That is the strangest thing ever. Gone. Somebody wanted some Feel Better Soon cards. Oh, they went under my catalog of all things. All right, there we go. Hopefully you can see that within the you did order the chubby little guys, Linda, because I used your stuff and I'm going to put my stuff that's coming today or tomorrow, I can't remember which day it's coming, back into your box because mine wasn't coming soon enough. So I hope you don't mind. I did kind of steal your stuff. So yes, you do have these and you have this. So yeah, those are the cards. If you guys try your hand at the sentiments or the coloring, post and tag me. I would love to see, or even like post it in the comments of the video. I would love to see what you guys make. All right. Hopefully you have a great rest of your week and we will see you next week. All right. Take care. Bye.